Is living in the United Arab Emirates really worth it? Or moving out of the United Arab Emirates is the best solution? What do you think? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me again, Agbofiona, registered nurse, working and living in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The first two questions I asked at the beginning of this video is the reason for today's video. I've noticed recently that so many people are moving out of the United Arab Emirates. If you want to know why so many people are moving out of the United Arab Emirates, just stick to the end and watch this video completely and you'll get to know why. And also, if you have prospects of coming, you know how well to prepare yourself to plan ahead of time before you come into United Arab Emirates. In recent years, United Arab Emirates has been considered as a safe haven, a very nice place for expats, for foreigners to come in and dwell here. According to recent statistics, the United Arab Emirates population in this year 2023 is at about 10.17 million of persons. Within this population of 10.17 million, it might surprise you to know that just about 1 million is made up of the locals, that's the Emiratis, those who are United Arab Emirates citizens. 9 million or about is made up of foreigners, is made up of expats. So this country is made up of mostly expats, and that's why so many people have been influxing over the years. And we realized in this 2023 that many people are moving out or they are planning to move out. What are those reasons that are making so many people to come in the first place and now they are wanting to move out? Most often, what attracts people here is this system of tax-free salaries. Most often, in other parts of the country, you won't find a place where there are tax-free salaries. Taxes are usually very expensive. So expats decide to come in here to benefit from this tax-free system and to exploit the beautiful country, United Arab Emirates, while living safely here because it's quite safe as well. But what has happened over the past few years or the past few months? Yeah, it's just the past few months that many people are moving out or they are planning to move out. So we are going to discuss 5 main reasons why people are planning to move out or why people are moving out of United Arab Emirates. The very first reason is because of more influx of persons. Just as so many people have identified this place as a safe haven, many others have heard the good news also and they want to come and exploit the milk and honey in this beautiful country. So many people have been coming in lately, and even more so many people as a result of the Ukraine and Russia war going on. So many Russians and Ukrainians are coming into the country as well as foreigners from other parts of the world, from Asia, from Africa, from Europe, America, and other places. So United Arab Emirates has witnessed a population increase of 0.89% from 2022 to 2023. This is due to the reason I just mentioned, many influx of persons from all over the world and specifically from Ukraine and Russia as a result of this war going on. So as there are so many foreigners, United Arab Emirates is unfortunately not a very big country. So as there are so many foreigners, the second reason why many people are leaving also is because of increasing cost of living. As so many people are coming in, the cost of living is getting more expensive, cost of accommodation, cost of groceries and many other things are going up. Due to this same reason, which is the third reason why many people are leaving, is because of less job opportunities, less job prospects. Many people are coming in with so many skills, so many talents, and members of some particular ethnic groups are being favored. They are being prioritized with job offers over others. So the job prospects tends to reduce. So many people get to stay here for months and even few years without getting a job. We all know that in order to be able to have a valid stay in the United Arab Emirates, you must get a job that will provide you with your employment visa, which will serve as a resident visa for a specific period of your contract, probably 2 or 3 years. So if you don't get a job, you won't have the permanent resident, you won't have the valid residence you need to live in this country legally. It becomes more difficult, it becomes more expensive to live without a job with the increasing cost of living here in the United Arab Emirates. So many people decide to leave, to go back to their home countries, or to seek other opportunities elsewhere because of reasons like this. The fourth reason why many people are also leaving the UAE is because of the visa situation of specific groups of people, especially Africans. It's really sad to note that many companies are not making employment visas for Africans anymore. Or even if they are making employment visas, they have just few quotas for Africans in their visa system. So if, for instance, if they need to hire about 10 workers, the quota for Africans visas can be accorded to just about one or two of those 10 persons. So this leaves so many other Africans without jobs. And not just Africans, also persons from other parts of the world. The visa situation now is very difficult because of rationing visas for a minority group of persons, particularly Africans. In addition to that, many employers, many companies prefer to hire workers from other parts of the world where they will pay less salaries compared to those who pay higher salaries to. So the job prospects issue in this country is not only a problem for Africans or Asians. I've heard many Europeans also complain about job prospects because probably the employer they found wants to give them less, or they don't want to hire them because they'll have to pay them more. Meanwhile, there are persons from other parts of the, or there are other experts that are willing to take whatever salary they are offering them because they just want to have the residency to live here for that period of time. So this tends to compound the issue, and so many people get really tired, they get really stressed out, and they decide to move out. The fifth and the last reason why many people are leaving the UAE, of course, is because some people already have a fixed plan in their minds to live and work here for a specific period of time, after which they will go in search of other greener pastures, or they'll return home and invest all what they've gathered over the years. This is for one reason only. UAE doesn't offer citizenship or permanent residency. You only get to live here with your employment visa residency status. So as a result of this, many people already have that plan at the back of their minds. And when their plans materialize, when they've gathered enough money over the period of time they decided to live here, so many people decide that it's time to go back home, live and invest all what they have gathered, or to go to another country to exploit better opportunities. So this is a situation in UAE right now. If you plan to come to the UAE on a tourist visa, you need to make sure you take into consideration that tourist visa duration now in the UAE is 2 months. It's no longer 3 months as it was before. So 2 months, that's 60 days only. And like I mentioned, the job situation in Dubai, in UAE, getting a bit difficult, a bit hard. At times, some people don't get jobs within this period of time. This is not to discourage you at all. No, it's not to discourage you. It's for you to know the real situation before you decide to embark on this journey to come over here. Because they say to be forewarned is to be forearmed. If you are aware of the situation, you better prepare and you better make plans in order to be able to thrive. So the visa situation now, tourist visa is valid only for 2 months, not 3 months. After the tourist visa, if you get a job within these 2 months, awesome, fantastic. You get a work visa, which will permit you to stay here for 2 years or three. But if you do not get a job within this period of time, you have to do visa change. Now the situation of visa change is done out of the country. So if you have to do visa change, you need to exit the country, go to maybe Oman or Kuwait or other parts of the world before you come in for your for your tourist visa to be renewed. As a result of this exiting the country and coming in, the visa change costs has increased. It was at about 1,000 or 900 dirhams earlier, but now it has risen right up to about 2,000 dirhams, and some places even request for visa change fee for up to 2,250 dirhams. So this gets to be really expensive. In addition to this increased visa change fee, the stress also accompanied with going out and coming in going out of the country and coming back in is quite enormous, because many people tend to go out. When they go out, they have little or no places to sleep. They need to sleep maybe at the airport under the very low AC. They feel cold, they feel discomfort, they feel hungry. Maybe due to the high cost of food at the airport where they are found, they can't afford to buy. So it's really terrible, it's really sad. So before coming here, you need to know these things. You need to be aware of these things. If you're coming here, make sure you have enough money to sustain you for a minimum of at least 6 months. And you have to also take into consideration that if you do not get a job, you have to do a visa change in order to avoid you getting into overstay and incurring overstay fines. The tourist visa fee, the amount of money required now for tourist visa has also increased. Is about 1,000 dirhams or about 1,200 dirhams, depending on the agency you request a tourist visa from. Moreover, you need to pay a deposit of 2,000 dirhams also when you're making these tourist visas. So it's no longer just paying for the money for the tourist visas now. You need to also make sure you pay a caution, a refundable caution, as they say, of about 2,000 dirhams for these visas. So the costs have increased overall. And another thing I didn't mention, for the visa change also, you have to pay a caution of 1,000 dirhams while you're paying the visa change fee. So it usually really gets very expensive. When coming into the country with your tourist visa, some visa officers at the airport request that you have at least 5,000 dirhams on you to show that you'll be able to use this money to cater for your stay as a tourist. Some people are lucky, they come in, they do not ask them this money, but others get frustrated at the airport. They ask them to show that they have this amount of money on them in order to be able to take care of them during their stay here. So I think it's good to be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry. Make sure you have this amount of money, 5,000 dirhams extra on you, which you'll be able to show in case the visa officer asks before granting you access into Dubai, UAE. So what do so many people do now to remedy this situation, to remedy all these reasons for visa change and everything and frustrations? What so many people do is that they delve into making a freelance visa. Freelance visa permits you to stay in UAE legally for a period of about 2 or 3 years. This visa also enables you to make an Emirates ID. It provides you with insurance during your stay. And with this visa as well, you can sponsor your kids or your spouse. That's what so many people do now. The visa costs about 8,000 to about 9,500 dirhams, depending on which visa company you approach. It's very heavy, it's very expensive, but this is what so many people do. Because when you come into the country with this visa, at least you have enough time to look for a job. You equally have the liability to choose which specific job you want, because you already have the visa, which is covering you for a long period of time. This is, you're much better than someone with just a tourist visa who is relying on the employer's visa provision. So most people go through this freelance visa route, and it works a lot for them. With the freelance visa, normally when you get a job Most often when you have your freelance visa, your bargaining power is higher. Most often when you get a job, you do not need to change the visa to your employer's visa because it gives you that power, and you have spent so much money on the visa, so why change it for an employment visa? So when you have this freelance visa, you have the liberty to choose which jobs you want to do, and you have the liberty to resign from the job if the working conditions are not favorable to you, and that's simply because you have your visa is yours, and you have the liberty to do whatever you want to do with it. So with this visa, your stay here for a minimum of 2 years is guaranteed. No visa change problems or issues, no risks of incurring fines, and there's no way you'll be here for up to 1 or 2 years without at least getting something to do. And also, there are so many jobs that require you to have your own visa. So if you have your own visa, you stand a better chance of getting certain jobs here in the UAE. So that was what we gathered today. That's what we plan to inform you today in this video. So in a nutshell, the five main reasons why so many people are leaving the United Arab Emirates in 2023 is because of the rapid influx of expats, the decrease in job prospects due to this rapid influx of expats, the increase in living costs due to, of course, the increasing population, the decrease in visa provision rates for some groups of persons, particularly Africans, and fifth, people's long-term plans of moving out of UAE after a stipulated period of time. So how can you remedy this situation? Before coming here, you should make sure you have enough funds to last you for at least 6 months, and enough funds to be able to do your visa change in case you need to do visa change. Another way to remedy the situation is to get a freelance visa done for you before you come here. This freelance visa will give you a backing for at least 2 years with your insurance covered, and higher chances of getting a job here in the UAE. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so yet. And thank you so much for my returning subscribers. You guys rock. We are so grateful to have you all. Take care and stay blessed. Bye.